All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to another MLB The Show 24 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJG Gen 24, and today we're going to be wrapping up our progress in the Wildcard Series programs. So, if you guys don't recall from Monday, I started these programs, um, and I got two of them done, but there's four. So now I'm going to focus on the other two. I got the Mets Brewers and Tigers Astros programs done. Now I just got to get Braves versus Padres and Royals versus Orioles done. And then once I get those done, that's it for now until Friday. Well, I'll probably do a man stream tomorrow, but um, but for today, I'm gonna wrap up. I'm gonna wrap up the MLB The Show, or at least the offline programs. Yes, sir, Grayson. That was a fantastic game. I didn't like so much that I had to stand and um well, where I was standing out at Shea Bridge, I mean, there were 3 or 4 rows of people in front of me. I could not even see the field. I couldn't see the TV. So all I had to go on was if a play was happening, was if it was based on the crowd reaction. If I heard screams, then I knew that something good had happened. If I heard awes, you might have, because the Fox cameraman did approach me, and I was wearing my Grimace suit with the "Let's Go Mets" rally towel. But the other telltale sign that it was me is if you saw a pink and white American flag with Francisco Lindor on it. If you saw that, then the cameraman panned to me, panned to the Grimace and got like a face shot of him. That was me. So you got to be. I know there were 2 other Grimaces that were shown on TV. I saw them, but I don't know if I made it into the Fox broadcast. And as far as I could tell, my family didn't see me. Yes, yep. Actually, they weren't 2 black ladies. They were Hispanic, and I was not screaming. You know, I tried not to share my voice too much during the game. What's up, Dodger? Um, because I didn't want people to try and match me to the Grimace suit. So I barely said any words. Okay, so then good. Then I did make it on. If you have like an image of that, please share that with me, because I I I thought I had gotten on TV, but my family wasn't watching, or they didn't remember if I was or wasn't. So, if you have that image, please share it with me, because I will definitely share that. One thing I do want to note before I get into actual gameplay here, I did do a whole lineup of I I did a whole lineup of Braves players so I could get the hits done. I only need 13, but let's just be safe. Thanks, Grayson. I appreciate it. Yeah, actually, Dodger, those were 2 other Grimaces, and they were in the stands, and that was not me. I had a standing room only ticket, so I wasn't even allowed to sit. All right, we're going to get into some gameplay here. Get Kodai Senga. So, yeah, if you can find that, please share that, because then I could share it with my family. and be like, yeah, I got on TV, I got on national TV. And I can also share that with my coworkers, too. I'll share that with them. Yeah, I just, I tried, and they weren't sure if they were going to put me in or not. They weren't sure. They just... I think it either had to be after the Alonso home run, or the inning of the Alonso home run, or it was the inning of the Winker home run. One of those innings. Anything beyond that, tonight it's critical because both the Phillies and the Padres are facing elimination. Or, I'm sorry, both the Phillies and the Dodgers are facing elimination. So, yeah, you guys have to get a win. As do the Phillies. I was pretty surprised tonight. I thought for sure they were going to throw in Zach Wheeler. Your back's up against the wall, and you're going to have, if you send it back to Philly, you're going to have home field advantage. But you need to get back there, and I think the best way is to throw Wheeler out there. And if you need Ranger Suarez, then fine. You need him. Maybe you can have him in a long relief role, or you could have him for the Game 5. But either way, I'm kind of surprised Philly is going with Ranger Suarez for Game 4. But clearly, the Phillies manager, Charlie Manuel, right? Charlie Manuel, he clearly knows something that I don't. But I would have definitely thrown in Zach Wheeler. Yes, I did hear the manager for the Dodgers say that, and that's never a good sign. If you're going to a bullpen game, that's in my eyes, that's never a good sign. Strike 3, sit out. Because then, what happens if the Dodgers do tie it up at 2? Now you go back to LA, but the problem is you're not going to have a bullpen. So how are you going to beat the Padres? You're going to rely on your starting pitching? You do have the off day in between, but that can only do so much, especially if you use a ton of relievers. So we'll see what happens.
1 ball, 2 strikes, account.
First up is the Mets versus Phillies. That's the first thing. Strike 3, sit down. Yesterday. Okay, a gem. And that's very much what the Mets needed. Yes, they still had to go to the bullpen. Yes, they still had to put in a reliever or two. But you know what? That's nothing. That is nothing compared to how bad it could have been.
Ball, that's inside.
I really do think that a lot of people underestimated the Mets. Yeah, we didn't have a true ace like Zach Wheeler or Tyler Glasnow, or even what the Padres have with Dylan Cease, King, Michael King, Joe Musgrove, although Musgrove is done for the season and likely for the 2025 season as well. So yeah, the Mets didn't have that kind of pitching, but it's still a very underrated rotation. I mean, Severino is having a career year. This is probably the best that he's gonna have. I mean, Shamania's having a career resurgence. Quintana started off rough, but he's picked it up, especially especially in September. And then David Peterson absolutely came out of nowhere with his 10-3 record, and is doing very solid out of the bullpen as well. Not to mention, I don't think a lot of people thought Kodai Senga would be back for the playoffs. Sure, he's not at full strength. I mean, he only threw 40 pitches against the Phillies, and he did give up a home run, but aside from that, his outing was actually pretty solid in Game 1. So I think the Mets have a very underrated rotation. Their bullpen definitely could use some help in some places, but otherwise it's not the worst in the world. And the lineup, I mean, Lindor is having an MVP season, MVP caliber season. I don't know if the voters are going to agree, and I doubt it, considering that Ohtani had a 50-50 season. But it's still an MVP caliber season. So Lindor absolutely coming on, especially in the second half. Then you had Mark Vientos, who's been absolutely lights out in the postseason. Probably one of the most surprising postseason performances I've seen in my lifetime, along with Daniel Murphy. Yeah, correct. It was after the home runs, like towards the end of the innings. Okay, I appreciate you looking. Thank you. Ooh, I may be late here. Wow. It was definitely Mets batting half inning. If that helps, it was definitely that. Okay, so then yeah, check the Alonso home run. That was second inning. So try the end of the second. And if not, I mean, I narrowed it down to the end of the innings, like either or we've pretty much eliminated two out of the 9 or 8 home half innings. It was towards the end, too. It was like with 2 outs. But I mean, this team is fun. This team is exciting. I gotta say that that the only downside to last night, their win, was the fact that if they had held on to game 2, I mean, that could have been the series clincher right there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
So what could have been. But you know what? It's a win's a win. And I hold that over my sister now. Now she has nothing over me in terms of being a Mets fan. As far as I know, she's never been to a playoff. I think she's been to a playoff game, but she's never seen them win. I at least have seen them win in the postseason.
Now, the 17th, Michael Harris.
So, other than that, I'm just a proud Mets fan, okay? And I really feel bad that I called this season over after the Oakland series. I mean, in my defense, you know, you can understand why I would say it's over after losing 2 out of 3 to Oakland. But, you know, the counterpoint to that is, hey, I know that the MLB season is 162 games. It's a long season. It's all about the Mets getting hot at the right time. And they got hot, you know, in September, and they haven't looked back since. Yeah, that's a swing. No? I'll take it. Okay, so I'm at 11 hits right now. So I only need 2 more hits. Now 1 more. Thank you, Freddie Freeman. To complete this mission. And then it's all just getting XP with Kodai Senga. I don't care if I get XP with the Braves players. Don't really care about it. And there's number 13. Thank you, Travis d'Arnaud, former Met. I mean, this team is just fun. That's what it is. OMG, Grimace, the Rally Pimp, Pumpkin. There's just so many fun things. Like, yeah, it's great that they're winning, but overall, this is fun. By the way, some people were wondering if it was me that was in that viral video of Grimace where he got on the subway and everyone was cheering him. I will set the record straight right now. That was not me. That was the OG, the original Grimace, the one who threw out the pitch that started this whole Grimace craze among Mets fans. It was not me. I did not put on my Grimace costume until I got off the subway and I was at Citi Field. I just want to make that very clear right now. So, because 5 or 6 people have already asked me, and I can tell you that the answer is no. I wish it were me, because that would be awesome that I went viral, but it was not me. It was definitely not me. Oh well. Like I said, I'm not interested in getting XP with this Atlanta series, Atlanta line. I just only wanted the hits. Now, whatever they get from here on out, that's on them.
Now batting.
But I'm not trying to get XP with them. I'm more interested in getting XP with Kodai Senga.
0-1.
He came up to me while they were still batting. But I think they had like 1 or 2 outs on them. If it wasn't after the Winker home run, then honestly, I have no idea when it was, because I couldn't even. The game was going by so quickly, I didn't even know like who or what inning it was. Not to mention the Grimace costume kind of made it hard for me to be able to see. But it was definitely at the end of a half inning. So if it's not after the Winker home run, then I don't think it was the first inning. I don't believe it was the first inning.
Ball, that's out.
So maybe it was the third inning. It was definitely it was definitely early on. I can tell you that. It was early on, so it might have been the third inning. But I thought it was either the Winker home run or the Alonso home run.
Now batting. The catcher. John Hunt.
Hey! He's out. He's out.
I mean, Grayson, you should, even before the game, like, there was just so many people that I was walking by who either shouted Grimace or gave me high fives. Even a lot of fans wanted to take pictures. And I was like, go for it. Like, although I will admit I made a couple kids cry. Not because I said no to them, but, like, obviously they were scared. So, okay, so it wasn't the Winker home run. Interesting. Jeez. Yeah, it was definitely during a Mets half inning. So that kind of narrows it down to 8 innings. And then, we're eliminating the second because it didn't happen. Do you have Twitter or X?
That's outside. Oh. Yeah. Did he go? Hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
If you do, that's usually the best way. If not, I'll DM you my, or I'll I'll message you my phone number, and then you can send it to me. I think you need it anyway, because you were mentioning that you and your family were going up to Wayne at some point, Wayne, New Jersey. So at least if you have it, then you can text me. And okay, well, it's my username is TTVNextJGGen24. It's literally a picture of me as the Grimace with a little blur. Or not a little blur. There's some blur of the background. So if you find it, take a picture, or even if you have video, I would love to see the video of it. But if you can't send me the video, just the image will be fine. Attaboy, Hank Aaron. What's this?
Now for the Rockies, number 54.
Nice, Freddie. Like I said, at this point, whatever these Braves hitters gets, that's what they get. I already got the 13 hits. I don't need any more from them. That's why I'm swinging first pitch, because it's like I'm trying to speed this game along as quickly as possible so I can get to the Royals and Orioles, just in case the Braves Padres moments take me a while.
Got him.
Now batting, the left fielder.
I mean, it's good to know that at least I did get on TV. If not, I can always check at work, because there's a way that I can check. Sent the Fox would have the full game, and that way I could check myself, but I don't know how to get the full game.
0-2. Ball one.
Or at least on the internet. I don't know how to get it on the internet. Strike 3, sit down.
Inside, ball one.
Strike 3, sit down.
Leading off for Long Island, the third baseman, Ignacio Alvarez.
Ball. Counts 1-0.
The bat, number 7, shortstop, Dynasty.
Okay, so I know for a fact, based on what I'm seeing here on Twitter, based on what I'm seeing from this one person, it was shown on the Fox broadcast.
Now back, the center fielder, Michael Harris.
Hold on, I'm writing a message to this one fan who claims to have seen the flag. So I'm gonna find out what inning it was. I wish I could remember off the top of my head, but that night was just, there was so much that the game was going by so quickly that I couldn't even keep up. I looked up and it was like the 6th inning already. I was like, holy cow.
Now back, designated hitter, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward with the...
Now for the Rockies, number 61, Justin Flores.
All right, let's see if I get a response. Yep. In fact, do I still have that? Yeah, I have the towel right here. Okay. Yep, that's it. That's it. I will definitely say the rally towel is much better than what they put together for the postseason 2022. Much better. At least that makes sense. I don't know how they got to these Mets for 2022. I don't know how they got there with that, but I hope they never get there again. Oh. I heard my phone go off. Yep, I'll let you know. And if worse comes to worse, I'll just look for it at work. Because I think I can definitely get it at work. My one of my coworkers is actually going to the game tonight, or the game today.
0-1.
He had tickets because he bought a season package with the Mets, so they allowed him to buy a ticket for Game 4. So that's what he's doing. He's going to Game 4, although, I mean, I think he took a big risk by doing that, because if the Mets had, like I was saying earlier, if the Mets had held on for a win in Game 2, Game 3 would have been the clincher. Now, he says he would have gotten his money back and everything, and that's fine, but still, it's like, what if the Mets or if the Phillies had swept? That would have been the end of it. I mean, both teams are capable of doing that, but that also makes it unlikely because you know that both teams are going to take at least one win, and so far they've done that. Now, do they take 2 wins or do the Mets take 3 and move on to the NLCS? Strike 3, sit down.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
I mean, those girls were great. Those 2 Hispanic girls that, what do you think about the Padres? I mean, yep, they're on a roll. I knew that the Padres would be tough. But I got to tell you, if it's Mets versus Padres in the NLCS, if it's Mets and Padres in the NLCS, I'm sorry to say, Grayson, but we're looking for revenge. Maybe the Padres will get past the Mets and go to the World Series, but you know the Mets are going to be motivated, especially since almost everyone that's on the team now, everyone that's on the, or a lot of the, yeah, I got it. Good. If you could send me that video, or if you could just send me an image, whichever is easier for you, please. What inning was it?
leading up for the Rockies, the center fielder,
Was it the 3rd inning, like I said, or was it a later inning? It couldn't have been any later than the 4th. But I think the 4th is when Winker hit his home run. Strike 3, sit down. And I don't think it was the 1st inning, because I would have remembered that.
0-1.
That's kind of why I thought it was either the 2nd or the 4th inning.
Yep, that ball went out. 2-2 count.
Strike 3, sit down.
Up next for Colorado, not shortstop, CPO.
That's awesome. I'm so happy that I made it. On X, there should be, if you look on the side, I mean, I'm looking on, are you using phone or, I'm assuming you're using phone, right? Let's see. If you click on your image in the top left corner, it should bring up a sidebar. Let's see. Oh, it's not there? Okay, so try, no, that's post. I don't want to post. Oh, here. Bottom right corner, there's a little message thing, and then you just put it, and then you just put in my, I think you can put in my gamer tag.
For joining us here this afternoon, and we remind you to please drive home safely.
But that's awesome that I made it on TV. And honestly, thank you to those 2 women that were waving the Lindor flag. Like, I mean, the cameraman was focusing on me anyway, but I think what made it even cooler was, or what made it even more enticing to pan to the Grimace was that Lindor flag. So I give all credit to the to the two women that were holding up that Lindor flag because, first of all, that was awesome. That's an awesome flag. I commend those women. And the second thing, just the and just the second thing, I mean, they were so passionate about Lindor. They were so passionate. I think I even took a picture with those girls. Yeah, and they had even a friend with them too. Because I think I was holding up the flag with them. Not in that moment. No, I wasn't holding it with them, but like either before or after the cameraman came over and took image or took shots of us. After that was all over, that's when they decided to get together and wanted me to take a picture with them, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm all for it." It was an awesome flag, so.
That's a ball.
And if I could find out who those women were, like if I could follow them on social media or whatever, I'll share the image with them. Maybe they've already seen that they made it on TV. I think they know they already made it, but still, if I can share it with them, I definitely will.
He's out. One zero. Nope.
I mean, that's awesome, Mike. Oh man, I'm sure yeah, yeah, absolutely. Here. All right, just whispered it to you.
For Atlanta, the center fielder, Michael Harris.
That's DMing on Twitch is whispers. I don't know why. Personally, I think that's rather strange, but whatever. That's what Twitch went with. Is it just an image or is it the clip? If you don't mind me asking, Grayson. Okay. All right. I'll check it here in a second when there it is. Got it. Ah, cool. All right, let's see it. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the. Yep, that's me. That is definitely me. Oh, see, I knew it had to be the third inning. Okay. Thanks, Grayson. I appreciate it. I'm going to download that and I'll share that with my family. Hold on. Thanks. Thanks, Grayson. I really appreciate that. Oh, wait, hold on. May not send. Might be too big. Hold on. And when this is done, I'm going to put you in my contact list so that I can, when you guys come up to Wayne, you can just message me and I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I'm available to meet up with you. All right? Awesome. It just sent. All right. So, oh, okay, cool. Do I have to? No, in fact, I think you're already in my contacts. Let's see. I usually organize by last names here. So let's see. Ah, good. All right, I got you in my contacts. Thanks, Grayson. Now back to our regular scheduled programming of me grinding out the Wildcard Series programs.
Ball. Counts 1-0. Hey! 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball, that's off the plate. That's a ball.
All right, one more chance. This is why I love that I got um the stat missions out of the way early. That way I had plenty of time to be able to do better be Rangers, TA, or I'll be pissed. It's not the Twins. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's Justin Morneau, isn't it? For oh, there's one thing that I forgot to do. One thing I forgot to do. Pick or to lock in my guys for my dad says cool. Yep, to you as well, Grayson. But like I said, we revenge is definitely on our mind. Going with Randy Johnson as my next pick. We'll see what happens. I mean, both the Phillies and Dodgers could win one more game, could win another game, and now we're talking a whole new ball game here. So we'll have to see what happens. But I mean, if the Mets win, fantastic. If the Padres win, well, we got revenge coming. No offense, but 2022 is definitely fresh in our minds.
Outside.
I tell you what, pictures, oh God, I don't know. If I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how many pictures I took. There was just so freaking many. So many people wanted pictures. I only took 2, like, of myself. One of me holding the rally flag or rally towel, and the other one of me next to the grimace seat. Those are the only 2 that I took of myself, or that I had people take of me. But in terms of how many other fans wanted to stop and get my picture in the grimace suit, man, I lost count.
That is the right field.
Well, no, I think what they wanted was they wanted to get a grimace. And obviously the OG, the original grimace, was not accessible. And there were too many grimaces that were sitting down. So I think I was like one of the few, if not the only one, that was standing. Because I just refused to pay $100 more to be able to sit. Although my body is definitely making me regret that decision. But I just wasn't quick enough to be able to purchase a ticket for about $50 more than what I purchased the standing room only ticket for. So, what can you do? Well, technically now I am famous because I was on TV. But people don't know it's me. They just see a grimace suit.
One ball, 2 strikes. That's ball 2.
But that's fine. I'm comfortable hiding under a suit anyway. I don't think my employer would disapprove. I mean, it's my off time that I could do whatever I want during my off time. So if I wanted to dress up in a grimace suit, oh, I will. But first I want to show that to my coworkers. I just shared it with my family. Now I want to show it to my coworkers. Because I'm sure they're going to be like, oh my God, that was you? Be like, yep, that was me. Strike 3, sit down. And I'll make sure to tag MLB on Fox for showing that. But and I really do hope someone helps me find the 2 Hispanic girls or Hispanic women that were in that clip with me. Because I'd like to share it with them. I'm sure they were already told that they were on TV, but I want to be able to share that with them. I will say that if you think that in that clip the crowd was or the people behind us were crazy, you should have seen the people that I was standing behind for most of the game. They were raucous, and I loved it. Where's the Grimace seat? It's section 302. So you're talking the Coca-Cola corner,
Only 2.
where around where Winker hit his home run yesterday, but further to the left. I mean, you can't miss it because it's the only purple seat that's there, and nobody, as far as I know, nobody sits there. Strike 3, sit down. So you can take pictures of it if you ever go out to Citi Field. I don't know if they're going to hold it for next year. I would think that if the Mets continue on their winning ways, they may. But I just, if I'm being honest, I have no idea if they plan on keeping it next year. So if you ever make it out to Citi Field again, or if you ever make it out there, be sure. And if it's there, then by all means, just ask if you could take a quick picture, and then you'll leave. I mean, you would think that a guy in a Grimace suit would actually get a little bit, would actually be able to sit in it, but I was told that all I could do was just take a picture with it. Some people were even joking that they threw me out of my own seat. I was like, yep, pretty much. Oh my God, what a game. That was just a great game. For some reason, I thought that the Grimace seat was actually up in the 500 sections. That's where I thought it was. But then I went up to the 500 section. I couldn't see it. So I went up there, and when I couldn't see it, I decided to look it up on my phone. And they were like, oh, it's section 302. And I'm like, I was literally just there. So now I had to go down the steps, because you can only take escalators up. You can't take escalators down. You gotta take the steps, the stairway. I mean, I did not drive to the game. I just went on the subway. Because to me, the subway is easier. It's not a far commute. Whereas, like, I would have been sitting in a ton of traffic, or I'm willing to bet that I would have been sitting in a ton of traffic if I had driven there. Also, I have the kind of insurance that charges me for every mile that I drive. So it's like I can't really afford to drive too much. Like, from my house to New York City and back, that's about the most that I'm willing to do. So from New York City, from my house, is about 25 to 30 minutes west. Or I'm sorry, east. If I'm going from my house to New York City, it's about 25 to 30 minutes east. And then Citi Field, I think, is 15 to 20 minutes outside of New York City. But you would also have to pay for parking too. Like, you gotta pay for parking, and I'm sure they jacked up the prices because of the playoff game. So, taking the subway, they don't jack up the prices on the subway. It's the same $2.75 that it takes to get through the little turnstile to get on the subway. So they don't jack up those prices just because the Mets and Yankees are in the playoffs. However, I'm willing to bet that they jack up the prices for parking because it's the playoffs.
Got him.
Yeah, so I would say about 45 minutes. That's if I'm not sitting in traffic, which, let's be honest, whenever you go to Citi Field, that's always a concern. Oh my gosh.
He's out. Out.
Now the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Out.
Nice profile. Alright, so one more hit. That's all I need. There we go. There's the hit. And go home. It won't matter. Nice. And there we go. All right, Padres versus Braves. Or Braves versus Padres program. That is now done. Only took me less than an hour, actually, to get it done. Oh gosh, I don't know what's going to happen if I finish all these programs. I mean, the one with the Royals stealing bases with them, I mean, that's going to be tough. Tigers. There we go. Let's see. I need speed. So who are some guys that have good speed and good stealing? It looks like Benintendi might be one. Johnny Damon for sure. Soler, no. I mean, he's got 63 speed, but there we go. Daron Blanco. That's who I would want to go with. First base, I mean, I'm not expecting miracles here. So we'll go with Hunter Dozier. And then Whit Merrifield, maybe I can use the maybe I can use Whit's speed to swipe a bag. All right, we'll do him too. Miguel Garcia. Catcher, I'm not really expecting much here. Well, the Hawk Tua, I can tell you that the Hawk Tua girl, she's not really, I don't think she's really looked well upon among the community. Stealing. Actually, why can't we go with Garrett Hampson? He's got 99 speed. I bet I can make that work. Yeah, let's go Garrett Hampson. Excuse me. So Johnny Damon, he's going to lead off. We're going to have Bobby Witt Jr. second. Dozier can be up there. So can Salvador Perez. In fact, Perez will probably bat third. There we go. I think we're pretty much set here. All right. We'll see how this goes. I need 8 stolen bases with the Royals in order to finish out their... Or no, I'm sorry. I looked at that wrong. All I need is 3. Oh, well then I just got to get on base with Johnny Damon. In fact, I may actually play a Conquest game with this to complete that mission. Because there's no point in me playing a 9-inning game if all I need is 3 stolen bases. Let's see. We should definitely have Bautista and Machado in there. And then we'll see if we have anyone for the Royals. I doubt it. Yeah, Lucas Erceg. That's who we have. So we'll start it off with Kodai Senga, and then we'll go from there. All right. Let's see. And actually, now that I think about it, I have a ton of maps here that I could finish, or I could finish up. So maybe I'll put together... Not seeing anything here that requires a season 3 lineup. So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe tomorrow, instead of playing Madden, maybe I'll do these Conquest maps. Just have something to do, Now that I think about it. Oops. Wrong map. There we go. That's the map I wanted. All right. Close the retractable roof.
Leading off for the Lions, the center fielder, Johnny Damon.
Well, I was really hopeful that Johnny Damon would have gotten on, but you know what? I gotta do what I gotta do. Even Bobby Witt Jr., he can get on, which he doesn't. All right, Salvador Perez, I'll take that. I just need to get guys on base.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 17, Hunter Jones.
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be distracted. I just think it's so cool. So cool that I got on TV. Which is funny considering I work in media. Like, how could I be so starstruck being on TV when I work in media? I don't know. It's just, I guess it hits different when you're a fan. Like, when you're a fan, you don't really expect to get on TV, you know, and in that capacity, I was working as a fan, or I was just a fan. I wasn't, like, myself.
Nope.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. And that's alright. Maybe it should have been Brewers with the stolen bases. Then I would have a lot of options. Nope. Nope. In fact, Mets, I'll show you the one of me. I will show you the one of me that Grayson was so gracious as to pull the clip of. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Why did it not play? Oh. So that was me. That was the grimace. That grimace was me. And that happened in like the third inning. I could not wear a hat. Believe me, I tried, but I knew it was going to be windy. And I was like, I'm not wearing a hat because then it's just going to fall out. Or fall off, rather. Yeah, there were like 6 or 7 grimaces, so I could see how you got confused. Yeah, I was definitely not sitting. No, if I was... Correct. I wasn't willing to pay $100 more just to sit. Not to mention, I didn't want to obstruct anyone's view of the game just because I was in a grimace suit. I don't think anyone would have complained about that, but I didn't want to take the risk. I wanted to make sure that everyone had a good time at the stadium. And I think a lot of people did. Attaboy, Whit Merrifield. Not the greatest jump, but I got it. All right, so that's 2 stolen bases, so I just need 1 more to be able to finish out this program. Or, well, not finish it out, but rather finish up the stat machines. In fact, I'll go ahead and get one of the probably Machado up and warming.
Count 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And not in time. Alright, so now I'm going to try and steal with Benintendi here.
Runner. 1-0.
Nice! Alright, that's that stolen base. And it's gone.
Now pitching for the Blues, number 31, Joe Ross.
He's out.
Sorry, Johnny Damon. I thought you would be of more use than you actually were, so not bad.
Got him.
Hold on. I'll pause here for a second. So, overall, that changed my whole. That game alone changed my whole perspective on. Wait! Step off! Senga, what are you doing?
Now pitching,
What are you doing, Senga?
Machado.
You know, I only had the one playoff game that I went to against the Padres in 22. And that just once the Padres got out front, it was just hard from there. I mean, it was just boring to watch. Of course, it was cold. It was very cold. See, a lot of people were able to get away with.
Batting seven, the designated hitter,
A lot of people were able to get away with maybe a long sleeve shirt or a.
All ones that count.
Game 1 would be in San Diego, because San Diego, the Mets are the 6th seed, so San Diego would have the home field advantage.
batting in, the third baseman, Joseph Ortiz.
Whoa, that's down.
Hold on. My family is texting me. Hold on.
2-1.
What up, Dodger? Got him!
Yes, you're out.
Now pitching for the Blues.
I don't know if I would have risked it. I think I would have just, I think I would have just gone first to third. Not even sent Blake Perkins. Leave.
0-2 is the count.
Yeah, we were just talking about trying to find me on the Fox broadcast at Citi Field, and Grayson found me, so he sent me the clip of it, which I showed off earlier. It was very cool. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm just joking around with my family right now. uh, sorry. It's just what my mother is saying.
The batter number 15, second baseman, with Merrill.
Dodger wants to know. Oh, I'm sorry, Dodger. I didn't see your comment. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, I didn't see your comment. Hold on, let me get it back. Okay. There I am. So there you go, Dodger. And again, thank you to Grayson for picking that out and sending me the clip. Yep.
He's out.
Hold on. Sorry, I don't mean to be texting. Or I don't mean to be texting while I'm streaming. I'm just kind of humoring my mother right now.
Now pitching,
Talking about the Grimace costume.
Batista.
Ball inside.
But now that nah, never mind. I'll save that comment for another time. I was going to say something about the costume. No. It was funny because my coworkers were sharing the pictures of me wearing the Grimace costume at work, and one guy was commenting on one of my coworkers asking if it was her, and she said no, but she didn't say it was me. And the guy that she was talking to said, it is a legend. So I'm already winning over the crowd by wearing the Grimace costume. I also got a shout out at work on the air too. One of my coworkers shouted me out because it was mentioned in our sports update, the Grimace, and he was just like, "Oh, our coworker wore a Grimace costume to the office this morning." So he gave me a little bit of a shout out on the air during our sports update. Okay, I think that's about it. Well, in terms of these missions, yes, that's it. So,
The back of the seventh, pitcher, Bobby Witt Jr.
all right. So, what do I need to do? I need to get a base hit and an RBI. Yeah. All right. I just wanted to make sure because you never know.
Yeehaw. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go. Attaboy, Bobby Witt. Fairly easy moment. No hard work needed. We did get Cedric Mullins, so that's pretty cool. All right, now I gotta pitch 2 innings and get 2 strikeouts. But I can't give up a run. Hold on. Now imagine if the Royals get to the World Series with the Mets. I mean, that would just be the second ladder of the postseason tour for the Mets. Would just be a revenge.
1-2.
That's if they get to the World Series. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we gotta take care of business against the Phillies. That's the first step. And then if we do that, then then we can talk about the NLCS either going up against the Dodgers or the Padres.
Ball, that's outside.
Gotta step off. And then if we take care of business there, then we can talk about World Series. I mean, if the Mets were to get the World Series, I'm trying to think of all the options that there are. Like, I think what would be the most intriguing is the Mets versus the Guardians. Like, to me, that would be so intriguing because you're talking about Francisco Lindor playing against his former team in the World Series, not to mention Andres Jimenez playing against the Mets, too. I think a lot of people would love to see another Subway Series between the Mets and Yankees. I think that's what a lot of people would like to see. Plus, that would be great for TV, because then, or for Fox, because then they don't have to adjust for, they don't have to adjust for the West Coast. You know, like if they were to have to go out to the West Coast. What up, J-Tag? How are ya? That was a big win yesterday. Big win. Sean Manaea pitching an absolute gem. Yeah, I'm really hopeful tonight. I'm really hopeful. But I'm also cautiously optimistic. Oh, dude, it was amazing. Blew my experience straight out of the water compared to 2022. Exactly. I'll show you the clip because Grayson here was so nice to he was so nice to get the actual clip for me. Hold on. Sorry, it's not the clearest picture. That's the Grimace. That's me in the Grimace suit. So if you remember seeing that Grimace, then yes, that was me.
0-1.
Yeah, I know. I'm like so starstruck right now, which is funny if you consider the fact that I work in media. But I was there as a fan, not as a reporter or anything. Well, now you know. Now you know that was me.
Leading off for the Orioles.
Yep.
The center fielder.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Wow. First pitch. Didn't even waste time. Yeah, we got to win this. Like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, I do have faith in Jose Quintana, which is something that I never thought I would say. But I'm cautiously optimistic. You know, there's always that chance. Because we don't know what it's going to be like today. Maybe the Phillies bounce back. Who knows? You know, the important thing is that the Mets make sure they hit their spots. They limit the damage of Schwarber and Harper, which I think you do by putting in Quintana. And if you do that, then I think this is I think this could be the win that pushes the Mets to the NLCS.
1-0. Ball. 2-0.
Oh, do you want to see the rally towel that they gave out during the game? Much better. It's much better than the one from 2022, for sure. Oh, actually, it was already in that clip anyway. But I'll show you. Give me 1 second here. Strike 3, sit down. It's much better than 2022, for sure. By like 1,000 yards. Because it actually makes sense. like everyone's always saying, let's go Mets. So this makes sense. This one, these Mets, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, what? I know. And it was so bland, too. It was like, you couldn't have come up with anything better. Like, I mean, the Let's Go Mets thing, not really original, but at least it makes sense. But maybe that just best summarizes their 2022 playoff run. Yeah, I do too.
Leading off for the Orioles, the center fielder, Cedric.
Outside. That's the ball.
Ranger Suarez, I believe. Which I'm kind of surprised about. I thought they would go with Zach Wheeler because they need to force this back to Philly. And it's like, you're going to have home field advantage if you do force it back to Philly, don't you? But if the Mets beat up on Ranger Suarez, what are you going to do?
1-2.
At least if you save Suarez for, game 5, at least he'll have the confidence boost there. It just doesn't make sense to me why Ranger Suarez would be pitching in this game. I mean, especially after Christopher Sanchez got lit up by the Mets when he pitched. Yeah, he only gave up 3 runs, but still, they were both home runs. 2-run homer by Vientos and solo shot by Pete Alonso. I mean, I don't know what else you need. I would have thrown in Wheeler. At least Wheeler. I know he'd only be on 4 days rest, but which one? The one from yesterday, or? All right. Well, we'll see what they'll do. Let's see if the Phillies, because I believed it was Ranger Suarez. Because if it were Zach Wheeler, I would have seen that. But let's see. Yeah, it's Ranger Suarez on the mound. By the way, that's it for the programs. There are no more programs. Wildcard is all taken care of. So I think what I'm gonna do, just to kind of wrap up this stream, I think I'm gonna take this team and we're gonna go do the I think we're gonna go do the Conquest maps. I do want to try out this Barry Larkin card. As for third base, I mean, we do have Andy Ibanez, but I also have the Mark Vientos card, which I think I want to try out. And then, yeah, I'm going Pete Alonso. That was pretty much obvious. I'll leave Dominguez in there. I do like Dominguez. Larkin, Dominguez, Wright, Aaron, Higashioka, Biggio. Actually, Alonso should be ahead of. Here, that'll work. All right, let's go do some of those Conquest maps. We'll start off with the positive thinking map. Sorry, I can't really see. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so we're playing on All-Star. Against the Mets, I probably want to throw in Yu Darvish. All right, let's do this. Going up against Severino.
Hey. One and one.
Yeah, I mean, essentially the Mets and Padres are in the same situation, which is not a lot of pressure on them. It's more on the pressure on the Phillies and Dodgers. Because they have to win this game in order to be able to force it back to their home stadiums.
0-1's the count.
Don't drop it, Pete. Or don't miss it like you did in Milwaukee. I gotta say, though, Pete Alonso has really come alive ever since he hit that home run against the Brewers. Once he did that, I mean, he had a solo shot against the Phillies in Philly, and then he had the home run yesterday in the second inning. So Pete Alonso is really coming around, which, at the beginning of the playoffs, and anyone could go back to my streams and look, I said that the big X factor for the Mets was going to be Pete Alonso and JD Martinez. Now, JD has an opportunity tonight to be able to prove that, but so far, Pete Alonso is proving my point that the Mets, they need him to be on his game, and so far he is.
0-1.
So that's very, very good to see.
0-2.
Jose Iglesias, too. I think he's really motivated to do well because the longer this playoff run goes, the more opportunities that his song gets played. And especially with the remix with Pitbull coming out on Friday, I think he's more motivated than ever. I mean, he came up huge yesterday, driving in 2 runs for the Mets. I don't know where MLB The Show has gotten this lineup.
Oh, that's low.
Like Harrison Bader leading off. Bader has never hit at the top of the lineup for the Mets. At least not as far as I can remember. Oh, he snagged it! Stephen Quinn snagged it! Holy cow! Perfectly timed! Wow! Oh my God! But no doubt the biggest X factor in this series has been Mark Vientos. Okay? He doesn't come alive, the Mets do not have a shot. But he has come through with his home runs, 2 in game 2 against the Phillies. Especially the game tying home run. I mean, listen, the Mets, like I said, the Mets don't have a shot in that game 2 if not for Mark Vientos.
Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 43,
Oh, God. I just freaking cracked my neck. Ooh, man. And Jose Iglesias leading off? No. So I don't know where MLB The Show is getting this lineup, but this is unrealistic in my mind. Vientos, okay, I could definitely see him batting third. But right now he's batting second. So that's not realistic.
0-1's the count.
And then I'm assuming Pete Alonso is batting cleanup, which makes sense. In fact, that's probably the most realistic of the entire lineup. Unless they're going to have Lindor there. It's going to be Lindor, Alonso, and Alvarez. You know, Alvarez is batting ninth. He's batting ninth in this lineup. Sometimes this game, man. Sometimes this game just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Really? You would rather go up against Stephen Kwan, a lefty? Especially when you have the double play intact? Now you just, if I get a base hit, I mean, I'm scoring 2 runs. Oh, they're lucky. They're lucky that worked out for them. Mound visit.
Now pitching, Lucas.
0-1.
Like I said, we'll just see what happens tonight.
Ball that's outside.
We'll just see what happens. I mean, I don't want the Mets. I want the Mets to finish it off, but I'm worried what that extra day of rest may do to them. Because David Wright talked about it. Talked about the extra rest that the Mets got after sweeping the Chicago Cubs in the NLCS 2 years ago. Or, I'm sorry, 9 years ago. And he talked about how that just ruined their momentum. And that's ultimately what cost them. I mean, I think there were a lot more things that cost them that 2015 World Series, but I think you can make a case that having that much off time definitely didn't help them. Strike 3, sit down.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 75.
So it's kind of like you got to find a balance. I mean, we're talking the NLDS, so
0-1's the count.
we're only talking about 5 games. So if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, the Mets take the win tonight, but the Dodgers win game 4. I mean, you're talking about 1 game. 1 game, and the Mets are off they would have been off tomorrow anyway. Whether they take the series or they head back to Philly for game 5. So they would have off yesterday. It's just they would have off for one more day. What time do the Mets play? It's a 5 o'clock game, much like yesterday. In fact, they'll be starting in like 5 minutes or 10 minutes actually. By the way, guys, I don't want any update. I don't want any update on what is going on with the game. Okay, I will watch it. I will watch it as soon as I get off the stream. But I do not want any updates about any home runs or anything that happens in the first hour. All right, I don't want it. I'll just, once I'm done streaming, I'll go downstairs and I'll watch it.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Just so that we're clear on that. I don't think anyone was going to spoil it for me anyway, but I think it's worth saying that that I don't want any updates.
Counts 1-0.
Attaboy, Hank Aaron. Dang, that was a golf swing.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 0, Ottavino.
You know what was pretty cool also about last night's game? Because I was in the Grimace suit, people were actually like offering to buy me beer or something. It was like, and I just said no politely. I'm sure they wanted to get Grimace drinking, but I didn't want to do that. In fact, the only drink that I really had was just a Coke. Uh-oh. Hold on, I gotta do a mound visit. And then we're gonna have to warm up Brooks Raley.
Now pitching, Brooks Raley.
Nope, not me. Nope, that was not me. I do know which one you're talking about, but that was at the beginning of the game. But that was not me. Plus, that Grimace was in the stands. I was not. So, no. Definitely not me. Although, I don't know if that's the original homemade Grimace. The one that was drinking the beer underneath the stands. Not really, no. I'm more of a cocktail guy. I like cocktails.
3.
Strike 3, sit down. I mean, probably my favorite one, and this goes back to my days in college, was the Jack and Coke. That was my kind of drink.
at the ball.
Strike 3, sit down. Yeah, and see, this is unrealistic too, because Marte, first of all, McNeil wouldn't even be in the lineup. All right? He's a reserve. He lost his starting spot, I think, to... He definitely lost it to Iglesias. And even if he could play like the third base, they'd rather move Iglesias there and move Acuna to second. So again, just unrealistic. Oh gosh. Oh, my back. That's how you know I'm getting old. Oh god. Oh, it's actually stiffening up here. Oh boy. Word to the wise, if you ever go to a playoff game, I know that it's I know it may seem cheaper to get the standing room only tickets, but just be ready to have some back pain, especially if there are a ton of people in front of you. Like I did, it just, like, get ready for some back pain. Because boy, howdy, am I freaking stiff as a board. I feel like my freaking spine is gonna snap in half if I jolt the wrong way. Ugh. Maybe I should just take some Advil, you know? Take some Advil, loosen up a bit, and then get ready for get ready for work. Oh boy, Larkin. Oh my gosh, you can't even see the field then. Hold on. Someone just mentioned me in Twitter. I don't know why. Is that you, Grayson? No, that's Sunny Days. Does this person follow me? I guess they do. Hold on. I'm gonna respond to them. Hold on. Sorry. wanted me to try the cookie bucket, the Mets postseason cookie bucket with 20 freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. He wanted me to try that, and was like, "I'm sorry, I can't. I'm done. I'm not going to any games in the NLCS. All right, financially, I can't afford it.
Ball.
I need to save up my money in case they go to the World Series." If they don't make it, well, maybe they'll have him there next year. I couldn't even get one of those cocktails, postseason cocktails from yesterday. I couldn't even do that. Or I didn't even do it. Like, I could have, but it would have been a mess. Would have been a mess if I tried.
That's the ball.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, hopefully they can make it to the World Series. I'm actually seeing this as a potential run to the World Series. I mean, first they gotta get through the Phillies. That's the first thing, and then they gotta get through either the Dodgers or the Padres in the NLCS, and then they'll meet either the Tigers, Guardians, Yankees, or Royals in the World Series. That's basically their path forward. Strike 3, sit down.
No ball. 2 strikes. That's the ball.
But this is definitely a team that I see as making that run. That could make that run. Which is not something I would have said at the beginning of the season or after the Oakland series, or even after the Astros series. I wouldn't have said that they were going to the World Series. But they definitely have a shot now, and I like it. You guys go to the World Series and face the Yankees. I think that's what MLB would want. MLB would want that because that, Subway Series, you're going to get a lot of New Yorkers. It's going to be a great, it's going to hype up the media and everything. Aaron Judge versus Pete Alonso, Juan Soto versus Mark Vientos or Francisco Lindor, pitching Garrett Cole versus Sean Manaea or Luis Severino. So I think if the Mets do make it, they would want MLB would want the Yankees to go up against them. Although I would feel good about the Mets' chances at that point. I would definitely feel good about that because they did do well against the Yankees this season. Seems like baby next door is a little cranky. Just a little cranky. Must have just woken up from a nap. Oh boy. The poor little baby. Oh, I gotta be careful. If I hit a home run, then the save is out of the question. So I got a contact swing. Still, like I said, all this talk about the World Series, it's all talk. All right, right now, step one, beat the Phillies tonight. Beat them tonight. Then get to the NLCS. Take 4 games against either the Dodgers or the Padres. That's step 2. Step 3, we'll worry about the World Series.
One ball, no strike.
All right.
Now pitching. Ray.
Here, one. Oh, yeah. 0-2. Hey.
Strike 3, sit down.
That's inside, ball. Peak pop. 0-1.
Nice. I like that this was a quick inning.
Now pitching for number 52.
So now, all right. So Aaron Bummer is going to get the. I mean, I could always just get the save with Rayleigh, but I don't want to do it now. If I hit a home run or if I score a run, then, nothing I could do about that other than not score. But why would I want to do that to myself?
Got it. That's the ball. 1-0.
Oh, he botched the scoop. He botched it. I will definitely say that if the Mets were to move on to the NLCS, I think the Padres scare me more than the Dodgers do.
0-1.
Like, to me, the Padres are so well-rounded. They can hurt you in a lot of different ways. Obviously, right now they're riding the hot bats of Higa Shioka as well as Tatis Jr. So they're hot right now. I think I'd rather go up against the Dodgers because the Dodgers are different. They're a different cat. Still, it's not like the Mets can't beat the Padres. They have beaten them before, both once in the postseason and 4 times this season. But, like I said, first order of business, take care of the Phillies. I'm going to sound like a broken record when I say that, but that's really step number 1. Then we can worry about either the Dodgers or the Padres in the NLCS if we take care of business tonight. And yes, it has to be tonight because I don't think you go back to Philly and you go up against Zach Wheeler and you take the win like you did in Game 1. I think that's definitely different. The only hope that you have is that the Brewer or the Phillies would make the same mistakes that they made in Game 1, and honestly, I'm not sure that the Phillies would make those mistakes twice. So I think you have to wrap up business here in New York.
0-2.
You have to. I'm not trying to put pressure on the Mets or anything, but to me, this is pretty much a game you gotta win. Otherwise, you're going up against pretty stacked odds going into Philly for Game 5. Nice. All right, so now we're going to go over here. We're going to move the fans over there. So just take that one territory and that'll be that. I am not... Sweet, we get to play on veteran. That's what I was hoping for. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, I kind of forgot that I play on veteran, or that I'm playing on veteran.
Out. No, he's in there.
There we go. Great jump. Don't even need to worry about the throw. Hell, he could have ran in standing up. Shoulder doesn't feel right. Oh, I should probably change. You know what? I'm about just over a half hour away from ending this stream. I don't think there's any point in me changing the title now.
Got him. Hold one's the count. Pull. Hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh boy. I gotta be careful. Especially with Buxton.
Ball 1.
You know, it's so hard to talk about the playoffs when everything is all hypothetical.
2 strikes.
Because nothing is guaranteed at this moment. Like, the Mets aren't guaranteed to win this series tonight. They have a pretty good shot at it, but they don't, it's not guaranteed. And it's not guaranteed that they'll have a good run in the NLCS.
No ball, 2 strikes.
So everything I'm discussing about the playoffs is all hypothetical. Even when the championship series do get underway,
That's out.
there's no guarantee as to what it will be then. You know? Or who would win that, or anything. Because now you're talking about going from a 5-game series to a 7-game series. So now you need to win one more than you did in the division series in order to advance to the World Series.
Hey. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Women.
Aaron Bummer.
Nope, that's the ball.
You know, I think a lot of people thought Aaron Nola would pitch better than he actually did. But someone pointed out that usually when Aaron Nola is on long rest, when he comes back, or when he gets back from long rest, he's usually not that great. So I you know, it's that type of stuff that you don't even think about that could really change your outlook on a game, you know?
That's ball 3.
That's why I was feeling good when it came to last night. Because I knew that Noah, I saw that and I was like, you know what? Noah does struggle when he has long rests. So maybe and plus, Sean Manaea did a great job. I mean, I figured that he was going to do a great job, or I figured he would do a decent job against Harper and Schwarber.
That's the ball.
Didn't completely keep them off the board, but he did at least limit their damage. And I told the reporter for the Philadelphia Inquirer, because she interviewed me just as I entered the ballpark,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I told her that the big thing was limit Schwarber and Harper's damage. You do that, then you have and the fact that he got run support both from home runs and Jose Iglesias driving in, a few of his own, I think really helped it. Ugh. Excuse me. Is that going to be the same for Jose Quintana tonight? Who knows? I mean, the game is going on right now, so whatever is going on is going on. But I'm not looking until I get down there, or I get downstairs and find out for myself.
The right fielder, number 44.
Ugh.
Aaron.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Oh well. So let's get Mariano Rivera in here. Let him close it out.
Rivera.
Dang, this is so far off. Like, it's not even center. Like, the batter is more centered than home plate is.
Ball inside.
What kind of camera angle is this?
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, sit down.
Ball 2 is the count.
Strike 3, sit down. Aaron Blanco, gotta keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't steal, because he has the speed to do it, and he has the steal rating to be able to do it too.
I got a ball, 1 strike. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
Strike 3, sit down. I'm definitely not going to start a new Conquest map once I get done with this Conquest map, because I know I'm going to get this done. So first, though, go select my prize. Hey, 7,500 stubs. I'll take that. I just dropped like 40 or 60K to be able to get Mark Vientos, so that little bit definitely helps. I am actually kind of shocked that the Royals would do that. Uh-oh. Oh, they're talking about McNeil. Honestly, and I'm being completely honest here, I'm not really sure I want McNeil to return. Like, yeah, he'd be. I wouldn't want. I don't want to ruin Jose Iglesias' momentum right now. I wouldn't want to do that. If I have an opportunity now, and I do, I could play. I play. I'm playing rookie. So.
First pitch, that's right.
1-1.
Yep, that's gonna get caught. Gosh.
He's up.
Wow. For playing on rookie, I did nothing in the top half of the first. Wow.
Ready?
Not even a hit.
Nope. Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh man. I'm lucky with that. He just got out way too in front of it. I think he looked at it like a meatball and was like, yeah, I'm crushing this. And instead he just fouled it off.
1 and 2's the count.
Well, at least the Cubs weren't able to do much damage. Hold on, I got a little ahead of myself here. A little ahead of myself.
No, that's it.
I thought that was the end of the inning, but it's not.
Correct. 1 and 1. 2 right. 1 and 2.
Nope.
Did he go?
Was hoping for the I was hoping for the strikeout there, but I guess any out I'll take.
That is it. Catcher, Kyle Higashioka.
That's the ball.
Yeah, if that's out, I'll be shocked. I didn't think so.
1-1. Got time.
Hold on, I should get someone up in one. I don't really trust Alright, it's gonna have to be a righty, so thank you, Pete Alonso.
Number 56. Nate.
Hee-haw! 0 balls, 1 strike. No, that's inside.
That's all right. This is just giving more time for Martin to be able to warm up. That Pete Alonso home run was big.
Now, Martin.
Hee-haw! Outside, ball.
Strike 3, sit out. Strike 3, sit out.
Nope, ball. 1 ball, no strike. Here. No, that missed. That's a ball. 2-2.
Strike 3, sit out. Backdoor cutter.
Now pitching for the Cubs. Number 11.
And let's get Mariano Rivera up and warming. Ugh.
Ball. 1-0.
All right. Hopefully Rivera is ready. Looks like he is. So put him in there. Hope for the best. We're on rookies, so I'm not too worried about this. I was hopeful that this would have at least taken me to 5:45. It's 5:45 my time. just so we're clear.
Up. Strike two.
Strike three, sit down.
High fly. 0-1. Cut.
Strike three, sit down. Ow. All right, so that was the last stronghold. Now we just got to take these strongholds. All right, only one territory left, and then we're done. I also could have just played one of the games. Ooh, sweet. We just got 10,000 subs from that. Heck yeah. I'll take that. I will take that. Yes, sir. All day, every day. But we do have some packs to open up here, so let's see. I actually like the Mariners, so take them. Oh. I don't know. I guess we'll go Angels. Baltimore is pretty cool. Yeah, that all looks good to me. Quick sell that, because I don't care for it. I'll just keep the jersey and the bat for some odd reason. And I think that's how we'll end off. We'll just open up these packs, and then we'll call it a stream. There we go. 450,000 stubs. But they're spending a good chunk of it on Mark Vientos. Ooh, nice, a diamond. I've seen what they've released so far, yeah. Okay, I'll take a Jacob deGrom. Sean Murphy. Oops. Let's do that. Because I heard that's like a glitch that increases your chances of getting a diamond. But it didn't work. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you liked the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTV NextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's in the upper left there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start a stream. So overall, we finished up on the Wildcard Series programs. There's no more of these to take care of. I suspect that well, maybe not on Friday, but maybe next Tuesday, they'll release the Division Series. Although it's not really saying that. So I don't know when they're going to do it, but they're releasing the newest Team Affinity chapters to be, or the new Team Affinity 3 cards. They're also going to do new XP path as well. Excuse me. I don't mean to yawn. I'm just a little tired. And, we'll be on the lookout for that Division Series program. I can understand why on Friday they might not want to release it because it really depends on what the who ends on Friday, or it really depends on if the divisions or the division series ends on time. So, but I thought they would have at least released it on Tuesday. Oh well. All right, so tomorrow we're going to be doing more of the same of what we did at the end of the stream here, which is continuing to do the Conquest maps. We have the Skull map, and we also have the Wild Card map as well. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So I hope you'll tune in then at 3 p.m. Eastern, Thursday. And until then, guys, have a good night.